Hey guys, so today I'm going to make a quick video talking about the anime industry, whether or not I think it's dying, and things like that. This is a response to Giggix video, so if you haven't seen that, I don't know where you've been for the past 2 days. So the first thing you should really know about the anime industry in the UK, which is where I'm going to be coming from since I am, British, it relies very, very heavily on the Australian industry, because most of our DVDs are straight from Australia with different packaging on them. Our biggest publishers, Manga UK, tend to co-author a lot of things with Madman, and then we get them about 2-3 months after the Australian release usually. Doesn't always happen, we're still waiting for Spice and Wolf. I should also point out that we also don't get a lot of choice in our shows because we still don't have Dragon Ball Z on DVD, we don't have the original Pokemon series on DVD, and more annoyingly for me, we still don't have Higurashi When They Cry on DVD, which is one of my favourite shows, and I can't buy it. I really do understand the frustration of waiting for a show and never really knowing if it's going to come out or not, so I don't blame a lot of people for going out and trying to find it online, because sometimes it's just bleeding impossible to watch a show that you really want to see otherwise. Like, there are some shows that I can understand because there is no legal way to watch them. Totally understandable, I'm with you on that one. So in the UK we have 3 publishers. We have Manga UK, who co-author with Madman and release a lot of things on behalf of Kaze Entertainment. They're our main publishers in the UK. We also have MVM, who license maybe 2-3 things a year. I never see any news about them licensing stuff apart from this last weekend. And we have Studio Canal, who used to be known as Optimum, and they release pretty much only Ghibli films. The problem with the UK industry that I see at the minute is that we just aren't getting the quality products that people want, because for us over here it's not really viable to release Blu-rays anymore, and the only times we ever do get Blu-ray releases is generally when Manga release something on behalf of Kaze. So we don't often get Blu-rays. We do sometimes, like we have Redline on Blu-ray, but that's the newest one I remember. I'm either like totally out of the loop or I just don't know. We're not getting K-On! Or Haruhi Suzumiya on Blu-ray because those got cancelled. So there you go. I'm very, very unforgiving of anime fans that go out of their way to sort of not buy a show, especially in the UK, because our anime is so cheap to everywhere else in the world. For example, America, Japan, Australia, they all pay a lot more money than we do, but people still don't buy anime here, and I'm not quite sure why. I can really understand if you can't buy a series because we don't have it, or it's out of print and it's really expensive to get, because I understand sometimes it's just not viable to spend so much money on one single DVD. But when it's like on Amazon for £3.15 for a film, I don't understand why people just don't buy it because that's so cheap. I don't know, I'm just very not understanding of people who go out of their way to do things on an illegal level when there are legal options open to them, which, to be honest, if you don't know about them, then I can't really hold that against you. But if you do and you don't use them, I don't understand why. The 2 things that I use mainly to watch anime legally online is either Crunchyroll, which I can't actually afford at the minute, so I just go with ads and they get paid for, I guess, something like AdSense, or Funimation's YouTube channel, which is amazing. I don't know if anyone's ever been on there, but they have so many shows. For example, Baccano, Beck, School Rumble, Around High School Host Club, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Suzuka, Mushishi, loads of things on there. I've got Spice and Wolf on there, so that's probably where I'm going to end up watching Spice and Wolf, to be honest. If we're talking about Bandai and Bees, I guess, on a whole, because Bees were, I think, an offset of Bandai, and when Bandai closed down, Bees closed down, and that was a shame because Bees were actually quite good at getting things out in a timely manner. For example, we got Durarara before America got Durarara. But generally we do have to wait a very, very long time for anime to come out over here. It's gotten better lately. It's not terrible anymore. Still waiting on Higurashi though. I also understand the fact that people don't want to pay such extortionate prices for products. For example, let's use Gundam Unicorn as an example. To buy that on Blu-ray here for the first episode, which is 50 minutes long, is £40. I could eat off that money for about a week and a half quite easily. So I understand people not wanting to pay those kind of prices because that in my mind, is extortionate. Honestly, I think the industry is kind of failing, because I remember when I first got into anime, it was okay to charge like, oh my god, it's the OVA for a 5-episode OVA. They charged 40 quid for that. I thought that was a reasonable price back then. About 3 months ago, I managed to get all of D. Grey Man on DVD for £12, which is 52-ish episodes. I'm also not going to say that I'm perfect, and I do admit that I do download shows when I'm really impatient for them, but usually if I'm getting a quality product at the end of it, I don't mind buying it, and I expect to be supplied with something like that. My main point in this is I do expect things in DVDs like the Beck DVDs. You have awesome extras which are enjoyable, because personally I am one of those people that enjoys like director commentary. The fact that there is both a dub and a sub, because I like having that option. When it is subbed, I expect good subtitles that use actual, you know, proper English words rather than putting Japanese words in there, which is my main problem with fan subbers as it is anyway. With the Beck DVDs, they had pretty much all of that. It had the sub, it had a good dub on top of that, it had amazing extras that I was really pleased with and quite surprised by. That is something I expect from a product. I don't just want the stripped down, just subbed, no extras, that's all you get for your money. So I'm more willing to pay money for a product that has extras and a good sub and a good dub. I think that's something that needs to be taken on board, because I'm getting a bit pissed off with how few extras are on these DVDs. To me, it's never been this good. When I was first getting into anime, we didn't have on-demand services, we didn't have the option of downloading, we had that £20 to pay or you didn't get anything, you know? So with like Crunchyroll and Funimation and getting DVDs cheaper and things like that, I don't understand how it could possibly be failing. I really like the anime industry, and I know a lot of other people like the anime industry, but it's still failing, and I don't understand how that's happened. I think that's all I have to say. Basically, people buy the product and publishers put good extras on there. That would be awesome. I think that's all I have. I will see you guys next time.